Barriers with your host Aaliya. Right now we are on a critical point. Everybody is asking that are we heading towards World War III? And the circumstances is telling me that maybe. Especially after Iran's big action against Iran's neighboring Arab countries. Iran is targeting military facilities in Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. All have been hit, badly hit. Missiles, drones from Iran have been aimed at civilian infrastructure, including airports, hotels, in the opening days of US and Israeli operations against Iran. In scale and scope, uh, if we see that Iran's previous response to being attacked by US or Israeli strikes, that was not the same. But now Iran is very furious and Iran is attacking neighboring countries. You know, Saudi Arabia and especially UAE, Dubai is the hub of tourism. But now they are attacked and there is big disaster because people want to fly out of Dubai and Saudi Arabia, but all flights are cancelled. Not all, but several flights, hundreds of flights have been cancelled. So let's see what's happening. Israel military said that it bombed. This is recent news, latest development that Israel military says it bombed several government buildings in the Iranian capital of Tehran overnight, including the presidential office and the country's Supreme National Security Council. Bombarding them further degrades the functional continuity of the regime's command and control systems, the Israeli military said. Videos shared by Iranian state media and independently verified by several media outlets. There is being footage that in Iran there was attack, uh, not consciously, but as uh, US media report that was unconsciously or by mistake or by error. There was attack on school in Minab in Iran and 168 students and kids killed. And now, right now, Iran held funeral for all of them, and it's obviously very sad incident, and this is big moment there. The school was in session on Saturday when an airstrike hit, killing 175 people, Iranian officials and groups said. Uh, one more news that 10 of 1,000 people have been displaced in Lebanon because of escalating conflict between Hezbollah and Israel, according to United Nations reports. There are few other news that pictures show damage palace in Tehran after strike. Iran's palace, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, has been damaged in the aftermath of a US Israel strike. Overnight, the Israeli Air Force struck Iran leadership complex in Tehran. The military said the buildings targeted in the complex included Iran's Presidential Bureau, the headquarters of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, a compound used by Iran's most senior forum for meetings, as well as institution for training Iranian army officers. The leadership complex of terror regime is one of the most secured assets in Iran and spans many streets in the heart of Tehran. The leadership and security officials of the terror regime convened in the compound frequently and from there conducted, among other things, situations assessment regarding the nuclear program. And one more thing. From Khamenei compound to nuclear complex, satellite images show aftermath of Iranian sites after strikes. ABC News reports the Department of Homeland Security has warned of potential cyber attacks and other big attacks amid the ongoing strikes in Iran, according to a law enforcement bulletin obtained by ABC News. So this is another danger that anything can happen anytime. Mm, if we talk about Khamenei killing, actually that is the point that Iran, this is big disaster for Iran. So that's why they said that we will revenge Khamenei's blood. US embassy in Saudi Arabia capital Riyadh hit by drones. This is big event during this war that US President Donald Trump told News Nation that the details of Washington's response to the attack on the US embassy in Riyadh and for the deaths of American military personnel in Iran conflict would be revealed soon. There is six, I think, three or four uh, men from forces they have killed, and 787 is figure from Iran. People killed there, and I think more than 20 people killed in Pakistan because after the news of Khamenei death in Pakistan, there were huge protests. People attacked U.S. consulates, U.S. consulate in Karachi, in Lahore. Consulates were attacked badly, and protesters were killed because they were firing. And Pakistan is not participating in this war, but hilariously, that Pakistan's also included in those countries that there are killing due to that murder of due to that killing of Khamenei, because there were a lot of people, they are very emotional and foolishly emotional, that they were protesting and they killed themselves obviously because they were there was violence. Trump also said that the boots on the ground won't be necessary, according to the reporter's post. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry said earlier that the US embassy had been hit by drones, causing small fire and material damage. US embassy in Riyadh hit by drones. Uh, the US embassy in Saudi Arabia capital Riyadh was hit by two drones on Tuesday morning. The drone attack resulted in a limited fire and a material damage. But now the embassy closed. We recommend American citizens in the kingdom to shelter in place immediately. Now there is a travel advisory for Americans in whole world, especially for 14 countries. Travel advisory that you have to get out those countries and come back to America as soon as possible. And those countries are uh, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Dubai, Yemen, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Egypt, Israel, and a few more countries. So this is a warning, and this is travel advisory issued by government of America, that all Americans should be very cautious when they are traveling, and they should take their tickets and come back as soon as possible. But the problem is that several flights have been cancelled. Now, if you go to some website or media outlet to check the radar system, on that radar system, you can see that what's happening in on sky. There are the flights going somewhere and then they returning back due to airspace closure. So this is the big problem now. Uh, and then the objective was, there's a few more news I think I have. So main facts that led to this broader war. Iran's nuclear program and missile development, a major security concern for Israel and US. Repeated attacks on US and allied forces by Iranian proxies and missiles before full war. Long-standing misconstruct and failed diplomatic negotiations between the US and Iran. Israel's desire to eliminate what it viewed as an imminent Iranian threat. Current status active war. US, Israel, and Iran continue military engagements. No ceasefire yet. Leaders have not agreed to pause in fighting. Global concern. Many countries and international organizations are calling for de escalation. This is still early and developing. What this means, the situation is rapidly evolving and involving more countries in the Middle East. It's not just a regional conflict anymore. Global economies and geopolitics are being affected. Um, so this is the I think this is a very sad point, unfortunate point where we are standing right now, and no country is ready to say sensible words that we have to step back. All countries should step back. I think there is a statement from China that they said this is not acceptable. But I think China is also supporting Iran. China and Russia are supporting Iran, and they provided intelligence to Iran that where is military base in UAE, where Iran should conduct uh, strikes in UAE, in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar. All intelligence provided to Iran from Russia and China. These are the calculations, right? So IDF says around 100 fighter jets dropped over 250 bombs on the complex. This is the latest development. Exactly latest development now. In last night, Israel 100 fighter jets dropped over 250 bombs on the complex leadership complex of Iran. So let's see what will happen in next few hours. Time is crucial, and fire at US embassy in Riyadh after drone strike as it happened. Saudis confirm US embassy in Riyadh hit by two drones. Yeah, exactly. Mm, okay. Thank you so much for watching my show once again, and we will meet you again with some other latest developments. Israeli war with Iran spreads as Iran's neighbors warn strikes won't go unanswered. Exactly. Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman had telephonic conversation with other countries' leaders, and he said that this is not acceptable, and we will reply to Iran. Israel sent troops into Lebanon on the fourth day of the US Israeli war with Iran, as some of Iran's Gulf neighbors warning that its retaliatory fire could draw them into a wider war in the Middle East. Americans have already been urged to leave 14 countries in the region due to serious safety risk. President Trump on Monday defended the war as the last best chance to address the threat posed by Iran's ballistic missiles and nuclear programs, and he warned it could last longer than the 4 to 5 weeks. President Trump's calculation is 4 to 5 weeks. But earlier, it was calculation 3 to 4 weeks, if I'm not wrong. But now it's 4 to 5 weeks. Iran is ready to continue this war till months. Iran says, okay, we can fight this war for a longer period, months or years. And gas prices rise in US as Iran war widens. The national average for a gallon of gas in the US climbed to $3.11, more than $3 on Tuesday, according to um, agencies. Or it is the first time the average cost of a gallon has risen over $3 since late November. UAE warns Iran it will respond to aggression as it confirms 3 killed in ongoing missile drone strikes. Trump says Iran demand for asked for talks, but he told them it's too late. President Trump said Tuesday that it was too late for talks with what is left of Iran ruling theocracy. Their air defense, air force, navy, and leadership is gone. Exactly. President Trump said that all leadership, highest leadership, navy, army, air force, they have been killed in strikes, in US and Israeli strikes. They want to talk. I said too late. He posted on his Truth social platform. So this is the situation so far. Let's see what will happen in next few days. I will come back with few other developments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.